let us not delay any further. We'll turn on undersized party. Scroll up Sastasha. If you have one more of your pieces is notably low. Which one? These? That's literally no big deal. I can repair that at the beginning. Alright, let's do this. The Mario movie missed the chance to have Danny DeVito as Mario and Charlie Day as Luigi to have them together again. It really did. The Mario movie missed out on a lot of things, honestly. Gotta be remembering to use J-Kick. Like, actually remembering to use J-Kick is kind of important. This is one of those dungeons I know I've still got time save in. So, we'll see how it goes. Ah, damn. Wasn't the right one. This is the RNG aspect. Yep. That's unfortunate. Always ends up being the last one, huh? Couldn't just be the first one every time. Nah. If you've watched Always Sunny in Philly, I still can't hours later. Yeah, I've watched that. I don't think I've, like, seen... I've watched a little bit of it. Not a whole lot, but a little bit. So I do know what you're talking about. It is definitely just, like... I still can't either. Like, it is so funny to me. It's so fucking funny to me that Chris Pratt is playing Mario and Jack Black is playing fucking Donkey Kong. It's the absolute funniest shit in the world. Oh, I got line of sighted. That sucks. Bowser, right, yeah. You're right, I'm wrong, lol. It is still absolutely fucking funny, regardless. Yeah, Seth Rogen is DK. Just... what the hell, man? We're in a fucking simulation, is what we're in. We're in a goddamn simulation, and this is the new simulation thing. How will the simulation react if we put these big-name fucking actors as Mario characters? How will the world react if we put Danny fucking DeVito... Sorry, not Danny DeVito. If we put fucking Jack fucking Black as Bowser. Funniest shit I have ever seen. How long is the range of this? This is 25 yards. Yeah, that's better. Neat. Nice. Good gold. Good to gold. Charles Martinez cameo means Mario is cameoing in the Mario movie. No, what it's gonna be is it's gonna be Charles Martinet as cameoing as IRL Charles Martinet in a 2D Mario movie, is what it is. It's gonna be that dumb. Sad part is what you're saying didn't feel wrong either. God. Or Wario, Waluigi, respectively. We've strayed so far from God's life. We've strayed so far from God's Like, I'm genuinely convinced we were never in it in the first place. Also, I forgot what I was supposed to do. It's been a little bit, and I'm talking about funny shit in the real world. Please don't hit me. God damn it. Stop that. It's mean. What a fucking direct. That direct genuinely was really good for me. It's like a 7 out of 10. If only for the fact that it made me giggle and smile like a fucking idiot the entire time. That's like pretty much exclusively the only reason, to be honest. Goodbye, everyone. I'll remember you all in therapy. Thanks for the good luck, heroes. Wish you would stick around, but hey. In other news, we've learned that Kirby will outlive civilization. True. And it's fucking great that Kirby will outlive civilization, honestly. Alright, I'm about to final sting this fucker. Come here, Benny. Good. Hey, 2-second gold. We in there. Oh, blue mage strats, dude. That's great. Dude, I'm actually very fucking happy. Like, this isn't even like a cap situation. I'm very fucking happy the Kirby series is actually doing something new. Even if it's just like, hey, Kirby finally entered the 3D platformer space. Like, man, Kirby has been fucking coasting. Just straight up coasting on the fact that its games are not expected to change. So for them to actually fucking do something different with it's a nice breath. It's a nice breath of fresh air, to put it bluntly. Kirby and The Last of Us 3. Oh god. What if this is a setup game for The Last of Us 3? The Last of Us 3, Kirby fucking dies. How many of these things do I actually have to kill? That's the thing I don't really remember. I think I actually have to kill that many of them. Killing them anyway because it's just fucking fast, but still. Man, where'd the music go? Give me the music back. I'm tired of being in nothing the entire time. Killing things too quickly just kind of screws the music sometimes, and I don't like that. I also don't like this boss, because it's straight up just an auto-scroller. As far as I know, there is no way to speed this up. Besides just killing the last enemy, like, quicker. Auto-scrollers suck, dude. Got him. It's kind of fun, honestly. It's kind of fun to just like... It's fun to go into something that's like relatively unoptimized and be the one to optimize it, is what I've been trying to say. Because all dungeons for Final Fantasy XIV has not really been a very optimized category, and hell, even like the full game one isn't that optimized comparatively. But it is also a 15-hour run, so make the world record inaccessible. God, yeah. The worst part is that's literally what's going to happen when Endwalker drops. If the enhanced echo doesn't do the job it's supposed to, it might literally make my world record unbeatable for like 2 years, which would be fucking funny. How you doing, Jack? For the record, Kyros, Endwalker is doing a stat crunch when it comes out. So, like, this health pool that I'm at right now, like 43,000, this is, like, the expected health pool at endgame. Even though this is 20 levels below what the endgame health pool is supposed to be. Come Endwalker. I probably should have saved that cooldown for the boss. That was really dumb of me. Yeah, whatever. Just had some tacos, life be good. Dude, nice. I also had tacos for dinner. That's some good shit, tacos. Tacos are fucking good. Oh my god. Alright, remind me, video game. Can I missile this guy? I cannot, in fact, missile this guy. The boss is just pooling our sanity like at the Mario movie. Yeah. I also kind of screwed up here, so I'm probably going to lose time. I kind of forgot that I'm supposed to just straight up use Phantom Flurry on the first iteration of this guy. So, yeah, that's probably losing me a lot of time. That's fine, though. Oh, yeah, geez, it's losing me a lot of fucking time. What the fuck? You were just told no game? That's unfortunate. You've been jabaited. Ah, well, Rip K-Man doesn't get to join in on the fun. Yeah, next time I really need to remember that I just need to use Phantom Flurry and save all the cooldowns for the rest of the blobs, more or less. Eh, 6 seconds lost is fine, all things considered. It sucks, but what can you do, really? When you make a mistake and you forget something like that, like a legitimate strat, it happens. It does make it clear, though, that Missile is for the second boss in Copper Bell Hard, not Copper Bell Normal, which I was forgetting at the time. Make sure I don't forget Basic Instinct, that's kind of important. This ability right here is the cornerstone of using Blue Mage as a strat, because this permanently increases your move. inside of instances where you're supposed to be in a party, but you go into them like solo, this increases your damage dealt by 100% and your movement speed by 30%. And that 30% movement speed is not reduced by, that 30% movement speed is not reduced by getting into combat like, you know, sprint's duration is, or Peloton's effect is ended, which is really good. It's basically as fast as sprint. I don't remember the exact number for sprint, but it's so good. The fact that you can have it up the whole time saves so much time in the grand scheme of things. Fuck. My brain just froze for a second there. What do I do? I have no idea why my brain froze so hard, but here we are. So if I get lucky, I should just be able to open this chain winch and move on, no issue. Or I guess it just opens regardless of what you get. Whether you get lightning sprites or whatchamahoo's it? Oh wait, right. I forgot. K-Man reminded me of that the last time. Wait, no, that's not the leave duty button. That's not the time to leave duty yet. Whoopsie daisies. That ain't good. Hey, got the door open, didn't get hit. For the second boss here, you can just, like, take the right or left path and jump down early instead of going all the way around. And by reminded me, you taught me that, is what I mean. Hey, there we go. Another goal to bring that, subpar Copper Bell back. And now we move into the absolute worst dungeon in the entire fucking game. Not Copper Bell, it's Totorock. Totorock fucking sucks, dude. This dungeon is ass. Straight ass. He didn't know, Pepe laugh. Hey Kiros, is your computer fixed yet? Can you play the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV with a free trial that includes all of A Realm Reborn and the award-winning expansion Heavensward with no restriction on playtime? Speaking of that copy pasta, if this run gets accepted, to either marathon I submitted it to, my plan is to open up, like, when I'm introduced, I was just like, hey guys, have you heard of the critically acclaimed? And like halfway through, I'm just gonna have my sister hit me in the face with a pillow. I'm just gonna be like, alright, point taken. Hi guys, this is... And I'm just gonna continue on with my introduction after that. Never heard of this game before? Wait, so you mean you've never heard of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV with a free trial that includes all of A Realm Reborn and the award-winning expansion Heavensward with no restrictions on playtime? Because boy howdy, I would love to tell you about the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV with a free trial that includes all of A Realm Reborn and the award-winning expansion Heavensward with no restrictions on playtime. Of course you would. You would. You don't even know what an MMO is? Oh man, dude. Let me tell you, it's called a massively multiplayer online role-playing game. It's great. Of course. Of course it's the one guy in the far fucking back, dude. You only know what fake calibration beta is. Pepe hands. Wait, why did I hit that guy? There's literally no point. Let me through, damn it. I gotta go get a photocell because I gotta go fast. What cooldown should I use for this? Probably just fucking that, yeah. This makes life a lot easier to do Phantom Flurry with that. Yeah, this is part of the reason why this dungeon sucks straight up. Like, you have to constantly deal with this leaden debuff, which slows down your movement speed. Oh, and I did test this using fucking Dancer and Blue Mage. The Dancer loses time to Blue Mage in this section by about 10 seconds by the constant unable to use Peloton and whatnot. You haven't even capped Rev since May. I mean, that's fair. I literally got all my tank gear for raiding, and then I didn't really do any sort of revelation grinding for, like, a solid 3 months. I only started capping revelation this recently so I could gear up things for Endwalker. Especially now that I know that I'm playing range DPS come the next raid tier for my static. Makes the desire to do that a lot higher. You just made 900 tomestones of revelation in 7.5 hours. That's me when I spam Mentor Roulette and only get level 80 instances, basically. Yeah, Todorok's a hard one. It's really hard to know how things go, more or less. Okay, man. God damn it. Why is everybody just like, haha, it's time to fucking make the yard all fucking messed up because Fluffy's around it, smile. That's why. Yeah, I was in a very low point with this game in terms of my desire to play it. For a good long while between patch like 5.3 and 5. Like midway through 5.5. Like I would pretty much log on almost exclusively just to raid. I wouldn't like level any classes, do any EX farming or anything like that. And I think it's really because, like, the fight designs this expansion have not been that good. Like, I'll be real with you, I think I dislike, like, half of the fights in this Savage tier. I don't know why I hit that cooldown, that was really dumb of me. We cleared 12 in 2 months and did our 8 books. I'm Dunyan Rings. That's fair. Now I'm about to be a double legend come whenever people stop choking fake calibration beta. That's fair. I really do want to try the Epic of Alexander, like, in a hardcore static at some point. But I have also just, like, lacked the motivation to really go for it because of how little I've been enjoying the game. How little I was enjoying the game at one point. Like, I absolutely fucking hated the second tier. Like, the entirety of Eden's Grace. Or, it was Eden's Grace, right? That was tier 2? I fucking hated it. It was so bad. Every single fight that tier was awful. It was Eden's Verse? Okay. I don't know what the fuck I was doing there. I just completely forgot exactly what I was supposed to do. That probably cost me a gold if I was about to get it or not. But whatever, we'll move on. I was dumb. That's how dumb people work. 'Cause it's funny, fair enough. To be honest, I liked 6 because we uptyped the entire thing, but like 5, 7, 8 were garbage, yeah. I didn't even like 6. I thought 6 was awful. Even with uptime strats, that fight bored the ever-living fuck out of me. And like, I just have an issue. I didn't put on Basic Instinct, god damn it. I just have an issue in general with how the tiers have gone. Because the tiers have very often followed themes, like, of themes of design elements to them. Instead of being like unique creative fights like there were in fucking Alexander, every single one of them follows a fucking theme. Tier 1 was like double tank busters galore. Every fight has a double tank buster. What do you mean you didn't die? That's illegal. You're supposed to die, not live. How dare you? Double tank busters galore. Not like that one was fine. Tier 1 was good. Leviathan and Titan were really fun, and I did enjoy Eden Prime myself. Voidwalker was shit. Voidwalker was an awful fight, but the other 3 fights in that tier were good. And then tier 2 is just like the most frustrating one because their choice was apparently we're just gonna fucking decide. Their choice for tier 2 apparently was, yeah, so every fight has multiple, if one person fucks up, the entire raid wipes mechanics. And some of them are really unintuitive and hard to prog and hard to figure out blind, because we don't know how to actually design a good fight this tier. What am I doing? Why do I always do this to myself? I don't even understand my own brain. Why am I hard casting something when I still have OGCDs available? Straight up. Why am I even hitting these guys? These guys aren't even in my way. They don't slow me down. Why am I braining this way? What can I even use on the guy? I already used fucking Mantra Magic like an idiot. Okay. I guess Feverine and Swift will be up. Oh, both ends will be up. Alright, I'll Feverine into both ends, and if it's not dead after that, we'll be good. Okay. Save time, even if we didn't gold. I don't think I deserved the gold at all. With that was kind of really sloppy. But yeah, I liked 1, 3, and 4, and then I liked 9 and 10, and I'm liking the second phase of 12. But I hated 2, I hated 5 through 8, I didn't like 11 at all, and I'm like 50-50 on phase 1 E12. I also forgot to put Basic Instinct on again, which really doesn't help. I just sent you a macro on Discord, you should use it. Well, I'm in the middle of a speedrun, so I won't be able to put that macro on, Smile. If they didn't have a cutscene or ad phase, I'd love it, to be honest, especially because my group was snug and did Ayatori. Yeah, I can see that. I don't need to care about these guys. I can just keep running. Yeah, my issue with Shiva really boiled down to I didn't like how Light Rampant was really fucking hard every time you wiped to see what was wiping you. I didn't like the ad phase. The long ass cutscene every time made me annoyed as fuck. I don't know, it just felt like the fight dragged on for me. That was really it. Light Rampant aside, yes, as a sour, please. Return to Oblivion is really good. Like, as a song, Return to the Oblivion is a fucking banger. I didn't hit the button in time like an idiot. With Gates, we were in PF all the time, moving around, because all strats are basically very similar. Makes sense. Don't hit me. Thank you. Ah, damn it. Well, that's fine. I should still be able to just, like, absolutely destroy these guys. Or I could just accidentally target that guy. That's fine. I'm smart. More time save, though. Hey, I'm gonna be real with you, K-Man. I don't like using macros for ground targets. I don't care if they're faster. So, I will not be using this. Thank you, though. Alright, this was the other dungeon that I wanted to try using Dancer on over Blue Mage. I also just realized I don't have a Ethereal Mimicry. Well, that's kind of the part of the point of it. You can still ground target it. But isn't that macro entirely just for fucking hard targeting it, though? Here comes the sound, everybody. It's so funny every time. Every time, it's just so funny. Funny joke. If you hit that macro while you aren't targeting anything, it goes to ground target. Uh-huh. Well. Why did I swiftcast? Guess it worked out since I didn't crit at all, but here we are, I guess. Man, why does the music gotta be this way? Man, I just want to play my video game. I don't want to do no crusty bullshit like that. I definitely gap closed right on him. Imagine if all... I went the wrong way. Every time. Every time with Cutter Scry. If I'm not paying attention, I will go the wrong way. Every time. Fucking Cutters, dude. Wrong way bonanza every time. No, my time save. 'Cause I went the wrong way. Yeah, that sucks. Wait. Luna, did you really just find my fucking free company house? Wait a minute. Oh wait, never mind. You can literally just come to my server and then use the state teleportation. Do you just not want mimicry? To be honest, I keep forgetting about it. I'll get it after Stone Vigil for what it's worth. Like, it doesn't directly increase your damage, it increases your crit and direct hit chance, so it's like, my brain doesn't necessarily see it as like a mega priority for these early dungeons. Though I guess we're beyond the like super early dungeons where it matters the least. If target is a DPS, increasing critical hit and direct hit rate by 20%. It does not directly increase your damage dealt, it increases your crit and direct hit chance. Which does increase your damage dealt, I understand that. But it isn't like a flat 5% damage buff type of deal, you know? That happens every single time. That's what I'm saying. Oh. Right. Mantra magic. Yeah, that's kind of important. Never mind. Things I have still yet to fully internalize because I don't fucking play Blue Mage. What do you mean you didn't die? Stop that. Living is bad. He doesn't know Pepe laugh. Alright, everybody. It's time to sting the final. See ya, nerd. So fucking funny. Alright, 21-second time save. That's good. Thanks, K-Man. Appreciate it, bud. When PF does meme things, avoiding hitting the boss, it kills our stacks move to play the game actively out of raid. Yeah, I can kind of see that. Especially when, like, you're a melee DPS, you love uptime strats. That's why I'm really frustrated. Like, back when Ruby Weapon first dropped, I was, like, one of the first people to clear it. Like, and we made a strat with Liquefaction that gave melee, like, easy fucking uptime while also making... It gave melee easy fucking uptime and also just, like, you know, gave ranged way more to work with and kept melee in melee range by, like, you know, everyone has an assigned position on the cracks, and if melee get long, you just rotate clockwise. It's like, it's so fucking easy, and nobody was willing to do it. I was so upset every time I would see a PF that's like, static positions. Like, what is the fucking point, dude? How hard is it to rotate fucking 45 degrees clockwise? Please explain. This PF is smooth brain, which is bad, honestly, because people need to believe in themselves more. Yeah. Yeah, and I've said it directly to your face. I don't care if you don't need to rotate to keep everyone in melee range. It's fucking stupid as hell that people can't just rotate 45 fucking degrees to make it way easier for the melee to have that uptime. Like, it's so fucking dumb to just assume that it's a better strat to just have static positions when 45-degree rotations is like a 2 IQ thing to do. It boils down to people don't want to move, and I just, like, I hate that. I hate that so much. I don't like it. I just don't fucking like static positions in that fight. Either way, it doesn't really matter at this point since Ruby's been item level broken anyway. But still. Yeah, there's also that. It's an uptime strat that creates more room for error. Which I guess is my main thing about it. Either way, I have mixed opinions about Party Finder. Like, on the one hand, it would be nice if PF always did the optimal uptime strats. But on the other hand, it's fucking Party Finder. So, like, it's a 50-50 chance if they even know how to, like, dodge larboard left, larboard right, starboard left in the first place. Hey, an actual gold. That's what we'd like to see. You can tell I've been a little bit sloppy here because I've lost a minute to my sum of best. And I haven't even reached, like, the midway point. I fucking forgot Basic Instinct again. Oh yeah. I haven't even cleared Diamond Weapon. Diamond Weapon bored the ever-living fuck out of me, and like I just did not feel up for clearing it at the time. I have no doubt in my mind that I could clear it, but like I did a session or two progging it with some people, and the entire time I was just bored as all fuck. That fight is not fun to me. In any capacity. Hey, remember when the coin counter didn't have AoEs? Remember when it was just a "you're gonna learn today, son" boss? Pepperidge Farm remembers. It just reminds me of the guy who in the official Final Fantasy XIV forums was like, the fucking Heroes Gauntlet is Square Enix's trend toward making all content hardcore. And I'm like, what? What? Dungeons are hardcore content? Excuse me? Nani? Guy was saying the second boss there, because it lacked a whole bunch of AoEs, meant that it was hardcore content, which is the most smooth brain opinion I've ever seen. Just absolutely smooth brain as fuck. Alright, cool. One more dungeon and then we're at the halfway point, because the halfway point is when we enter cutscene %. Yeah, I don't know, man. I definitely do not like the trend this game has had since Heavensward, which they just make things less complicated over time. There is a difference between streamlining and making things less complicated. And there is a thing between streamlining and dumbing down. Like, at this point, what they're doing with Blood of the Dragon and Enochian, making them traits, it's like, that's whatever to me. That doesn't bother me, like, at all at this point. Because with the way that they've dumbed it down over time, dumbed down those two things, they're now at a point where they're effectively set it and forget it unless you die, or really fuck up, and at that point, you have to hit the button again. But, like, you really have to fuck up to drop Blood of the Dragon at this point. Like, straight up. You have to really fuck up to drop Blood of the Dragon. So making it a trait just makes sense to me. But, I don't know, man. What they keep doing to Warrior makes me upset as fuck. Yeah, walking in a straight line isn't hard. So is rotating 45 degrees to your left. It really isn't. Yeah. I don't know. It's like, on the one hand, streamlining Blood of the Dragon and Enochian is fine. I don't have an issue with it. Because as they are right now, they are effectively just already buttons you hit once and then only hit again if you royally fuck up or die. Which, depending on the circumstance, is royally fucking up anyway. God damn it, I forgot. Forgot about lantern oil. That's the thing, K-Man, they didn't. 50% of the party finders, back when it was current content, were like static positions. They really didn't. Some people did, for sure. But like 50% of them were static positions, and I hate that shit. Oh yeah. From what I've seen though, they're reducing Warrior's burst again. And unless it's like not on a timer. Sorry. Unless it is on a timer still, I think what they've done is they've effectively made it like Samurai's Mikio Shisui, and it's just 3 hits. Get the effect of inner release. Which is, again, further dumbing down a class that has already been dumbed down several times since its release. Which I am just not a fan of. God damn it, dude. Stop! God damn it, dude. Maybe lose time, why don't you? Because I don't want to blow another cooldown on you. Yeah, not surprising. Things just went wrong there. Alright, well, time for cutscene percent, everybody. What's the what the fuck for? Is it me sitting there trying to pick up the lantern oil with all those guys alive? Because if so, I deserve that, but definitely just imagine that I was going to keep dodging things. I was wrong. I am said. Yeah, no, like... I'm honestly surprised that Vweet continues to want to play Warrior, despite everything... Excuse me? Literally, how the fuck? Well, I fucked up. A12 for a normal raid? Nice. Dude, remember when A8 and A12 had hardened rages that you could actually hit? That was fucking funny to think about. Speaking of dumbing down, dude, normal modes just straight up don't have hardened rages anymore. Oh, this explains things. I don't have basic instinct on again. Okay, well. Knew I was forgetting something. Once again. Right, it's because of the cutscenes that you don't get access to basic instinct out of the gate. Every time. Normal mode Alexander is a joke. I mean, at the time when A8 and A12 were like current content, first patch, it was super common for people to, like, wipe to the harden rages on those fights. I'm not even joking, either. People were bad. Like, straight up. Except the Refurbisher, because I still see lots of people wipe there. Refurbisher has always been a wipe fest. It always has. I hate that it's been that way, but it always has. So. Well, anyway, we've entered Cutscene City, which means this is where I talk about the downtime. This is where I intended to talk about today's Nintendo Direct. I don't really like rating Nintendo Directs, but if I have to, I give it like a 7 out of 10. Because, like, I was relatively entertained the whole time through. There was nothing really that I was, like, going bonkers for. I know a lot of people I know were happy about a lot of things in that Direct. Well, like, the new Kirby game looks cool. That's great. They showed another trailer for Metroid Dread. I didn't watch it because I'm sick and tired of seeing Metroid Dread spoilers at this point. From Nintendo themselves. Bayonetta 3 finally getting a fucking trailer is, you know, 1,366 days to get a second trailer for Bayonetta 3. Fucking insane, honestly. Castlevania, ActRaiser, SMT5 pre-order, Kirby, Dread pre-order, N64, Bayo 3. A8 does def the one people had more problem with. That's true. Very true on that. ActRaiser made a lot of people I know very happy, so I need to check that out. If they're all very excited about it, and it's like a remake, remaster, or whatever the fuck, might be worth checking out. Dude, why is this guy still alive? Shine. You ended up having to do power generators as a Dragoon? Yikes. Like, as a whole, the Direct entertained me for sure. Seeing new stuff on Splatoon 3 was good too as well. Like, seeing that there's like a grapple special ability is always a good thing for me. Like, when you add more mobility to a game, you are inherently going to sell it to me, and that's the truth. The more mobility you add to the game, the more likely I am to like it out of the get-go. So it was nice to see that on my end at the very least. Ah, fuck. Okay, that's gonna cost me some time. I think I'm already losing time here regardless because I didn't have Basic Instinct activated, but we'll see. Nice dodge. Good shit, Fluff. Good shit avoiding the dodge, Fluff. You did it. Probably wasted that J kick, but I don't know. I felt like it. I also think it is honestly cool that Deltarune Chapter 2 is already back on consoles. Like, they've already taken the time to port it to consoles. Also, Toby's fucking trailer. That is like the tamest, like the single most tame Undertale / Deltarune trailer I have ever seen. Like, most of the Undertale or Deltarune trailers that I've seen from Toby and whoever he works with are just like, just bonkers, off the wall, completely nonsensical bullshit. Right? That was the single most tame trailer I've ever seen. It's just Toby Fox in a dog suit coming out and saying, hey, look guys, my game's on Switch now. Okay, yeah. Unless I do really fucking well on the Livia boss fight section, I think I'm losing time at this point. I done did the fucketh up. Yeah. I'm not really gonna complain, right? Like, the only thing I really want to complain about for the Nintendo Direct is that they didn't show the Smash character in the Direct. They just said, hey, there's an announcement October 5th, right? Or whatever the fuck it was, you know? There's an announcement on this day type of deal. And, you know, at the time, the only thing I could think of was like, huh. Announcing an announcement, Pepega gun. Yep. Pepega aim. Dude, why are you still alive? Why'd I get stunned? Fuck off. Yeah, I'm definitely losing time. Almost no way I'm not losing time here. Especially since I keep hitting R at the wrong time to auto-run. Yeah, I just one of the things about Nintendo Directs at this point, or just anything that is expected to give a Smash announcement, is basically like, yeah, I'm there because I want the salt, more or less. So when it doesn't deliver me the salt that I'm looking for, it's kind of just like a bit saddening in a sense. It's not even like a big deal at all. It's like not even remotely a big deal. But it is one of those things that I now look forward to. Is if it's not a character that like everybody wants, then I just don't get to look forward to the salt. Oh, they're dead already. Alright, well. Time to fucking wait. Mantra magic, yeah, it's magic, so of course it would be bristle and not whistle. Whistle is for final sting. Alright, hurry the fuck up, you goddamn wanker called Sid. I've got to, you need to fucking hurry, lad. You need to go, you need to fucking hurry up. Also, it was the same thing for Animal Crossing as well. They announced an announcement for Animal Crossing. Okay, so the next time he puts up his blue thing is when I should swift cast, I think. Boost should last the full duration. Either way, I can just spam it again to refresh it. Should be the next one, right? Should be this one. Neat. I remembered. Yay! Whew. I'm actually interested in buying the Kirby game at some point. Mostly, it is definitely mostly just because, like, you know, I actually have wanted to play Kirby in a 3D environment for a long time. Because I've been curious to see how it would work out in a truly 3D environment. Because although, like, they've been using 3D models and stuff forever, like, their games have been 2 to 2.5D for fucking ever. So, you know, it's one of those games that I feel like it's one of those games that if they continued to be the way it was, I was going to point at it and say, okay, so why does Kirby not get to change, but still get, like, a new game every 2 to 3 years? Right? Why does Kirby not really get to innovate and change, where F-Zero hasn't had a game in 20 years, and you say you need to have a fresh new idea for it? It doesn't really make sense in my head, basically. One thing I am excited for, though, the prospect of being able to play F-Zero multiplayer online, as well as being able to play Star Fox 64's multiplayer online. That's something I am hella potentially looking forward to, depending on how it plays. Wait, he lived. What? I was like, why did I get interrupted? And I didn't realize. I thought I just maybe moved. I didn't realize a guy had lived through that. Whoopsie daisies, I guess. I was excited to see that they were finally adding N64 stuff to Nintendo Switch Online, but I was also incredibly fucking upset to learn that it was another Nintendo Switch Online plan. It's like, bro, Nintendo. You're charging people, what, 20 bucks a year or some shit? You're charging people 20 bucks a year for the ability to play your games online when they were free beforehand in shitty netcode quality. Like, you're not even paying for dedicated servers. Fuck off. You're not even paying for dedicated servers. Half the games on your platform don't even fucking need Nintendo Switch Online to work. I hate this section so much, dude. Of course. Losing more time here. Yeah, I don't know, man. It just feels wrong to me, right? Because things like Netflix charge you $15 a month to stream in this massive fucking library, right? And if we're assuming that one of the big draws of Nintendo Switch Online is being able to play these older games, you know, as part of the process, expanding that with Sega Genesis and Nintendo 64 games as an extra, like, more money for the deal, it feels wrong. It just fucking feels wrong, is the reality of the situation. Oh, right, it's this way. Because it's not, this isn't the one that teleports you, right? God damn it, did it really? Ah. That's annoying. Would you please stop that? Cease. Okay, that was decent. I think I am definitely still losing time, because the rest of this dungeon was kind of sloppy, but that was at least pretty decent. There's only like one instance where the thing blew up, and I was still able to get shots off fairly frequently. No, she can't be missiled, and it doesn't matter if you could missile her or not. You still have to hit her with a specific number of, you still have to hit her with a specific number of those, cannons. Yeah, I don't know. I'll look into, like, what this expansion pack is for the fucking... Yeah, the cannons do shoot missiles, that's true. I will look into what the expansion pack plan details, basically. Like, the ideal situation for me is they would lower the cost of the regular plan, because it's just overpriced as it is. It's just, you get barely fucking anything for Nintendo Switch Online in the grand scheme of things. Barely fucking anything. Like, hell, even PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live give you more for their price tags, which are still overpriced as fuck, but I'm just saying. Wow, I golded. What? Okay. I'm not complaining. If I golded, I golded. Simple as that. If I golded, I golded. I ain't complaining. What I am gonna complain about is this bullshit. Welcome to fucking 39 minutes of bullshit, ladies and gentlemen. Ugh. Alright. Let's do this shit. We'll swift cast Basic Instinct to get it going and done with. Make sure these guys are dead so that they don't interrupt me. That's more or less what you need to do, is just like, make sure they're dead so they don't interrupt you. You don't super need to kill most other things. Like, if there's something in the way like this, you can basically, you take them out, but once you're past a certain point, you can more or less just ignore the enemies. Like right here, I technically don't have to use any of my cooldowns, but I'm still going to anyway, because there's a, like, multiple minute long cutscene at the end of this segment. I'm out of there. You ain't killing me, I'll kill me. Alright, and then both ends this, see who drops it. It's this guy, luckily, that's right by the terminal. Makes things very easy. Very, very easy. Ah, Sid, my boy. You are late. It is something I always meant to tell you, but the time never seemed right. It concerns your father. What of him? In the winter of his years, Midas came to abhor his part in Meteor. He told me that he wanted nothing more than to wash his hands of the whole sordid business. But he did not wash his hands of it. He helmed the project until the day it killed him. Come now, Sid. You must know that he did not have the luxury of choice. By the time he realized his error, it was too late. Media had him completely in its thrall. Shortly before his transformation, mayhaps, sensing something that was amiss, your father confided to me all the regrets of his life, including you. Early on in your career, he realized that while you had a talent for devising armaments, it would never fulfill you. Long before you knew your own mind, he saw that you would be far happier using your knowledge for peaceful purposes, and the thought touched him, though he could not let it show. You blew holes in this place so you could say this to me? What is it you want, Gaius? I want you at my side, Sid. Take up your father's mantle and become the Empire's lead engineer. It is your destiny. My father had a change of heart. You said so yourself. Besides, I have long known my destiny, and I assure you, it lies not with the Empire. A pity. And what of you, adventurer? Will you not consider making common ground together? With your powers joined to mine, we might do much for this realm. Together we could bring order to Eorza and usher in lasting peace. No, and I could expect no better answer than this. So be it. It was your strength that made me proffer my hand in friendship, and it is your strength that makes me now proffer my blade. Save as an ally, you serve no purpose to me. Run, Sid, or stay. It makes no matter. You cannot escape the past. Gaius, wait! Damn it. Voice acting. I don't know why I just didn't hit. I don't know why I didn't just hit another OGCD, honestly. Hard casting there makes no sense. Knowing Gaius, he is heading for the Ultima weapon. If we find him, so too will we find our quarry. With these instruments, we can monitor every nook and cranny in the castrum. I think it's the time we divided our forces. Pray, go on and give chase. I'll track your movements from here and guide you through the complex. We'll stay in contact via link pearl. Be careful, alright? Boy howdy. It would be funny if this was accepted to a marathon, just because it has this, like, hour-long section of cutscenes. I would run it. Don't get me wrong. I would run it 100%. But I don't know, man. It definitely feels like this is the type of words are hard. How do I use them? It definitely feels like this is the type of run to not get accepted to a marathon because of the large amount of cutscenes. Oh my god, why? Why didn't you die from the first hit? Why weren't you in either of those hits? I'm so bad. I can't aim. Oh no. My hair is tangled up in the back here, and I can feel it. It's annoying as fuck, honestly. I wish it wouldn't. Ugh. So I think I decided that I would swap off a Blue Mage after Am to Pour off to Dancer. Pretty sure that's what I decided on. I think starting after Amdapor is where the needing to be able to one-shot things becomes way more important than having like a constant 30% movement buff. It's around that point, I believe, so... As well as the, like, insta-cast GCDs as well becomes important. One of the, just one of the main problems with dungeons beyond that point is... Oh! HD Mindface with the raid, too. How you doing, dude? Thank you for the raid, man. What's going on? How was the stream? Hey, everybody from mine's stream. My name is Lord Fluffy. I'm a speedrunner, first and foremost. That's the main source of my content. My current game right now is Final Fantasy XIV All Dungeons Are Realm Reborn. I also speedrun Titanfall 2 and have dabbled in some other stuff in the past, such as Mario 64 and Mario 64 ROM hacks. So, hope that interests you, and hope you stick around. How's your stream, man? What are you doing? Stream was Nino and haven't been here in a while or streamed in a while. Oops, so I'm rating you. Appreciate that. I do appreciate that for real. Streamed him GTA Chaos Edition. Oh. Did that have Carmageddon where like the cars have negative friction on their wheels? Because that is my favorite GTA like mod of anything at all. Oh, you have no idea? Yeah, I was just wondering if that was like one aspect of it. Carmageddon is like one of my favorite things from GTA related mods and shit. Chat votes on random effects the game does. I think that's an effect, but it's called something else. Ah, fair enough. That is... okay. That's a fucking great idea, actually. I've wanted to do something like that for a while, but, like, I just don't have the most active viewers. A lot of people prefer to lurk when they watch me, which is completely fair, right? I lurk a whole bunch in all over streams. So, I don't know. Maybe someday. There's stuff like everything gravitates to player or Jesus take the wheel. It's lots of fun. Jesus takes the wheel sounds like an absolute banger of an effect. Spawn Extreme Griefer Jesus. Oh god. Oh, that sounds like hell. I'm in. Oh man. I'm so sad that we've passed the point of relevant gameplay in this dungeon. Oh, man. We're 12 minutes in, and now we're about to sit here for another 30 with fucking cutscenes. No! Oh, man. Yo, biggest cutscene fan right here. Oh man, it's honestly funny. This would be like probably the shortest all dungeons category for 14, were it not for the fact that these two dungeons, Castor Meridium and the one I'm in right now, Praetorium, have unskippable cutscenes. Because every other cutscene that would play normally during a dungeon, I just auto-skip because of an in-game setting. But these cutscenes cannot be skipped, so I have to sit through them. And now we've reached a point after that section with the mounted Magitech armor. We've reached a point now where I'm going to be sitting in a cutscene for 2 to 5 minutes, playing the game for 30 seconds to a minute, sitting in a cutscene for 2 to 5 minutes, playing the game for 30 seconds to a minute, if that, at most. And that's just going to keep repeating until the dungeon is over. Ugh, it's so funny. Yep, this speedrun category is all dungeons A Realm Reborn. The categories for Final Fantasy XIV are basically split up between expansions with, like, some small exceptions. So for, like, the main story speedruns, it's split up between the expansions. For all dungeons, it's split up between the expansions. There doesn't seem to be any, like, combined speedruns at this point, though it would be funny if, come Endwalker, there was, like, a all MSQ speedrun. You speedrun from the start of A Realm Reborn to the end of Endwalker. That would be funny. That'd be absolutely hilarious. You wouldn't be able to complete it in one sitting. I mean, like, the A Realm Reborn one is, like... That one on its own is something like 15 hours. So adding Heavensward onto that, and then Stormblood, and then Shadowbringers, and then presumably Endwalker as well, will be kind of ridiculous. Yeah, I didn't honestly think I would find doing this speedrun fun, but it is actually interesting to go into older content with a way higher level class and gear set than you're supposed to have, and, like, see how fast you can get through it. My goal for this run is sub 2 hours, and I'm at least on pace for that right now. The main thing that I'm going to have to remember is not fucking up in Amdapor. Because in the last run that I did, I was 2 minutes ahead. I was 2 minutes ahead coming out of this dungeon I'm in right now, the Praetorium. A full 2 minutes ahead. Just got Praetorium and Mentor Roulette, leave. Just leave. Never played a game like this before, but doing Speedy sounds fun. If an MMO interests you in any capacity, 14 is probably one of the better ones to give a chance on. Because, hey, have you heard of the critically acclaimed MMORPG Final Fantasy XIV with a free trial that includes all of A Realm Reborn and the award-winning expansion, Heavensward, with no restrictions on playtime? That is 2 expansions worth of content all the way to level 60 for free with absolutely no restriction on playtime. Oh, God. I don't know why it's so funny, but it's just fucking funny every time. So fucking funny. But yeah, no. This is just a very fun way for me to play the game. I don't do this run very often because I don't like sitting through an hour of cutscenes, basically. I should have remembered that that doesn't happen. I know someone who plays this game religiously, and they say the exact same thing. Yeah, it's kind of become a meme among the Final Fantasy XIV community. Uh, the free trial copy pasta. I don't know why we find it so funny, but I know a lot of people who, when they start reciting the line, they just start giggling super hard. It's just funny as fuck to them. Yeah, there are restrictions to the free trial. Most of those restrictions are related to, like, reducing guild selling, basically. So, like, you can't join a free company. You can't, trade with people. So, like, you know, you can't receive money from somebody type of deal. Alright, this is something I wanted to do. I wanted to turn off voice, and I wanted to... Fuck, right. I don't actually go on the platform, I go over here. Whoopsie daisies. You can't, like, get money from other people and whatnot. And there's some other restrictions that I'm not, like, remembering off the top of my head. But, like, you can basically play the game. Alright, you can't create parties, but you can join parties. And you basically are just, like, able to play the whole game regardless of that. It's just, those restrictions are mostly related to preventing guild selling, more or less. Which it makes sense. Otherwise, you just have a myriad of free trial accounts just ruining the game's economy with guild selling. And now I get to do the thing. Yay! Oh boy, everybody. I'm ready for this.
Tell me, for whom do you fight? How very glib. And do you believe in Eorzea? Eorzea's unity is forged of falsehoods. Its city-states are built on deceit, and its faith is an instrument of deception. It is naught but a cobweb of lies. To believe in Eorzea is to believe in nothing. In Eorzea, the beast tribes often summon gods to fight in their stead, though your comrades only rarely respond in kind, which is strange, is it not? Are the 12 otherwise engaged? I was given to understand they were your protectors. If you truly believe them your guardians, why do you not repeat the trick that served you so well at Cartano and call them down? They will answer, so long as you lavish them with crystals and gorge them on ether. Your gods are no different from those of the beasts. Icons, every one. Except but this, and you will see how Eorzea's faith is bleeding the land dry. Nor is this unknown to your masters, which prompts the question, why do they cling to these false deities? What drives even men of learning, even the great Louis Soir, to grovel at their feet? The answer? Your masters lack the strength to do otherwise! For the world of man to mean anything, man must own the world. To this end, he hath fought ever to raise himself through conflict, to grow rich through conquest. And when the dust of battle settles, it is ever the strong who dictate the fate of the weak. Knowing this, but a single path is open to the impotent ruler, that of false worship. A path which leads to enervation and death. Only a man of power can rightly steer the course of civilization. And in this land of creeping mendacity, that one will prove its salvation. Come, champion of Eorzea, face me. Your defeat shall serve as my proof of my readiness to rule. It is only right that I should take your realm, for none among you have the power to stop me.
And now he is the dead.
I had not thought to be so hard-pressed. Your strength is most impressive. Such power befits a ruler. Yet you lack the resolve to put it to proper use. A waste.
How much can I pay you to voice act in my video game? We can discuss terms on that. I probably need to get a better microphone though. This quality on this one isn't, I don't think is good enough to be able to record from home anymore. It might have been good like 10 years ago, but I don't think it's good enough quality for that anymore. This is something I've put as a donation incentive for the marathons. Bum 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 bow wow wow wow. He just stands there menacingly.
Allow me then, hero, to do that which you will not.
Keep in mind, there's no actual entrance to inside the machine there. That's why they changed the camera angle, so that people wouldn't know that Gaius is walking into literally fucking nothing. He's walking into the wall of its, like, fleshy, goddamn muscle area. This is what I mean, though. Cutscenes are fucking everywhere.
Bear witness to the true power of the Ultima weapon.
Oh man, the true power of the Ultima weapon. I'm so scared, everybody. Please help me. I do not wish to die by the hands of the Ultima weapon. Please, I'm in need of help. The unfortunate reality here is this is kind of auto-scrollery, It takes a certain amount of time for him to lose the resistance buffs he has. But once he does, you can just fucking destroy him. He doesn't die though, this entire fight is just an auto-scroller basically. You have to wait for his damage resistance to go, and then you have to burst him down. And the only real way you can save time is by bursting him to his first animation of these primals coming out and being dragged from the Ultima weapon. That's basically the only way you can speed this up, is by getting to that first animation quickly. Other than that, this is entirely an auto-scroller.
But the Ultima weapon is all-powerful! Why does my enemy still stand? Can her strength truly be so great? It is the blessing of light that confounds you. La Brea. Your foe acts under the protection of the crystal she bears. So this is what empowers her. Beyond mortal limits. If you are to prevail, the hammer of darkness must needs be brought to bear upon the shield of light. And so it shall, for the Ultima weapon is host to a power of which you are as yet ignorant. Speak plainly, Ascian. The heart of Sabik. It is the weapon's core, an enigma whose surface even the vaunted scholars of ancient Alag failed to scratch. The magic within has lain dormant for eons. Of what magic do you speak? A spell without parallel. Ultima. I sought the life force of the primals for no other reason but to quicken the core. For the true power of the Ultima weapon lies within its now beating heart. La Brea, what have you done? No more than was necessary for my god to be reborn. Damn you, Ascian! The hour is at hand. Behold but a sliver of my god's power. And from the deepest pits of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, the world shall tremble. Unleash Ultima!
And then everything go kaboom.
Such devastation! This was not my intention.
Oh, Heidelin, it seems the task of keeping your champion alive has exhausted what strength you had left. Van Baelsar, your enemy's shield is broken. The rest, I leave to you.
We will speak later, Ascian. But first, I must deal with you. The question of who is mightier remains. Come, adventurer. Let us find the answer. Together!
It's me. I'm the strongest. I am the strong. It's me. I'm the one. That's so fun, dude. Voice acting that is so fun. Oh boy, everybody, it's time to fight the Ultima Weapon. Got him.
No! No, no, no! Ah! Ugh. Hear me. The subjects of a weak ruler must needs look to a higher power for providence, and their dependence comes at a cost to the realm. The misguided elevate the frail, and the frail lead people astray. Unless a man of power wrests control, the cycle will never be broken. You of all people must see the truth in this. You who have the strength to rule.
And then the Ultima Weapon, go boom, everybody. There it goes. Bye-bye. Gaia is surprisingly not dead from the explosion.
Pathetic. You boasted of unrivaled power. You were entrusted with the ultimate weapon, the ultimate magic. And yet you still failed. So much for the glory of man. The growing imbalance afflicting the planet must be redressed. If it is permitted to worsen, the very laws of existence, both etheric and physical, will be warped beyond all recognition. Know you the root of this corruption? Hydaelyn. Like a parasite, she must be burnt out if the planet is to recover. And naught but the return of the one true God will ensure her complete excision. Yet to pave the way for the Master's return, a chaotic confluence of untold proportions must needs be brought about, and that will necessitate the presence of the primals. Needless to say, both you and your scion accomplices cannot be suffered to interfere in this endeavor. You will not leave this place alive. It's past time your flame was extinguished, bringer of light.
Alright, so now you can see that that is in fact, an auto-scroller. It just... You can get him to 0.1 HP, and then you just have to wait for this scripted event to finish, basically. There's like nothing you can do to speed this up. That said, I just got another big gold on that stage. On that. Not that stage, but that level. Jesus, man. Well, at least we're past the cutscene point. Once you're past the cutscene point, it's back into the, it's back into the normal, basically. But that was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun voice acting that. So, I'm happy. I would be very happy if that was accepted as a donation incentive. Or either of the marathons I've submitted it to. Again, I really doubt that they're going to let our Realm Reborn all dungeons in over Heavensward. Because it is literally just like... It is just straight up like an hour of cutscenes, more or less. It's not all an hour of cutscenes, right? Like, some of it is not cutscenes. But it is effectively an hour of cutscenes. So I don't know. I would love to do it at some point at a marathon for sure. But it's still up in the air whether or not it's even like going to be a thing. Whatever. Wouldn't have worked anyway. I need to be a little bit later on if I'm going to use Phantom Flurry for that. Like I intend. Alright, so I was more than 2 minutes ahead coming out of the Praetorium last time. I'm a minute 51 this time. And then what happened is I immediately lost most of that time here in Amdapor. So my goal this time is to have that not happen, more or less. My goal this time is to actually... Words are hard, how do I use them? My goal this time is to not accidentally lose 2 minutes. There you go. I did the words and everything. Okay, door opened. Time to go. Okay, so what happened last time is I reached this segment, and then I somehow managed to completely miss one of the enemies that also didn't aggro to me. So the main thing now is to make sure that everything at the very least aggroes to me if I can't just kill it outright at the beginning here. Bro really do be living with 1 HP though. Okay, the door is open, thankfully, so I can just run through and finish this off. Mantra magic should be enough, right? I shouldn't need to, like, buff it up or anything. And if not, I literally have this to help me. Yeah. Perfect. We did it, everybody. We didn't fucking die on Amdapor. Alright, this is the point now where I swap off the Dancer. Like, Pharaoh Sirius is probably faster on Blue Mage, too. Okay, actually, yeah. Pharaoh Sirius is definitely faster on Blue Mage, so I did just make a mistake, but... whatever. So, the main reason why eventually I swap off to Dancer in this run, even though Blue Mage has that permanent, like, 30% movement speed buff that doesn't get wear off or, like, get canceled out for any reason. Eventually, at a certain point, enemies stop being one-shot by Blue Mage, and that eventually reaches a point where it starts slowing you down more than if you just kept going. It starts slowing you down more than what you would gain by having the permanent speed up buff, is more or less how that works. But either way, at this point, I'm committed to Dancer, so we'll just roll with it. Oh, it actually just killed them outright. Okay. I'll wait till after. Sprint. Because I do get these zombie sailors on my fucking ass. These are annoying as hell because I do have to kill them eventually. Thankfully, I'm able to do that over the wall, so it works out in that regard. Yeah, Dancer Head does at least have a way to speed yourself up. It does have a dash ability called En Avant, and it also has Peloton. And Peloton increases your movement speed and all nearby party members' movement speed. But the effect gets canceled whenever you enter combat or take damage from anything. So it's not nearly as good as Basic Instinct in that regard. But Dancer also has the single highest, like, potency single hit abilities in the game. You can get 1,000 potency out of this and 1,500 potency out of Technical Step too. So you can get a lot of fucking potency from these guys, from just single target burst potency from this. And it reaches a point where it does eventually reach a point where it can't one-shot bosses anymore, but it still does so much damage that most of the early level stuff will be, fine. Otherwise. Or most of the early level stuff, up until like the very end of A Realm Reborn, should still get one shot by it. This is kind of a wasted sprint. I'm not going to get the full duration of it at all. Especially since I have to do this. This has still been pretty good, though. Like, pretty damn good overall. I probably shouldn't use Tech Step for this guy, but I've already committed, so... Here goes nothing. Okay, that was a waste. That was a super waste right there. I was thinking, okay, I'll just have Flourish ready to go for... I'll have Flourish ready to go for the boss, but I think I'm gonna get like 2 GCDs at most. Yeah, not even 2. I guess it doesn't matter super hard because it still died, but... Hey, it's a gold. Pretty big one at that. So I will fucking take that. Alright. Copperbell Hard. This one has that boss that can be missiled by Blue Mage. So I'm still debating. There's some of these dungeons definitely could be faster in Blue Mage. But except for Stone Vigil Hard, I don't think it is really worthwhile to swap back to Blue Mage and lose the DPS mimicry buff, more or less. I don't think it's really worthwhile once you swap to swap back with the lack of the DPS mimicry. Mostly due to the fact that, like, you know, you'd have to get it again, and, like, if you're swapping off, you should just commit to swapping off at that point. Cayman and I disagree about when is the best time to swap off. I actually believe... I kind of forgot that I do actually want to be doing Pharos and Copper on Blue Mage. But I believe after you're done with... after you're done with Pharos and Copperbell at, like, the latest, you should be swapping off. Because at that point, I believe Dancer is better. Not entirely sure, though. Like, I haven't taken the time to really, like, math it out yet or whatever. No idea why I used Flourish, but here we are, I guess. Right, I don't want to tech step here, but I keep tech stepping like an idiot. Whatever. I guess the boss still dies really fast regardless. Wait, I'm dumb as fuck. I have like no cooldowns for this guy after that. Yeah, this is really dumb of me. Straight up. Like, I don't have tech step, I don't have standard step. Like, I'm just now getting Flourish back. That's really bad of me. Like, that could have been so much less time commitment. If I just saved at least even one of those burst buttons. Thanks, bud. Appreciate it. In a lot of cases with this speedrun, you don't actually have to kill all the enemies, because the trigger for the doors to open or the, you know, the path to be cleared is not related to killing all the enemies. It's created to killing. It's like there's no path, or it's one specific enemy type of deal. Yeah, I'm not surprised I lost time, because I just really mismanaged my burst straight up there. But still, we're still like 2 minutes and 20 seconds ahead of PB, which is great pace, honestly. Getting the sub 3 this run would be epic, not gonna lie. The two things with Dancer I think you always do is you Peloton pre-charge, and you always use at least one en avant right out of the gate. Because you want this to be on cooldown right out of the gate, basically. Like there, for example, this is absolutely unnecessary. Tech their standard steps, and here we are. So like there, for example, the reason I dashed is just because like it would get me to this door quicker. And you know, if I didn't use an en avant before that, the basic gist is I would be, you know, this en avant would still be on cooldown is the whole point. I know how to use words, guys. What's going on? That was... I don't know what went through my brain there. Right, it's this one that's right ahead. The other one is behind. Couldn't hit the thing in time. Also just assumed that that guy would die. That's my own fault. So the main thing with this room is you want to get this guy killed quicker than the other ones. I mistargeted and just like went ahead. You want to kill this guy because this is the only guy you technically need to kill besides the one guy that drops the key to get into that room. Because this guy unlocks the boss door. Now here is a little bit different. This is one of those places where every single enemy is required to kill in order to unlock the boss door. So you'll see me sprinting over to this location, getting every enemy spawned, so I can hit as many as I can with this standard step. And then be able to kill it no problem. And then I activate tech step, which is my single highest burst at like 1500 potency. And I just delete the boss in one hit. 12 seconds, really? Jesus Christ, what the fuck? What did I do to lose 12 seconds there? Or was that a... That was probably a Blue Mage thing, right? Or like Blue Mage just did a whole lot better? Maybe? I don't really know. Either way, regardless of anything, this is where I 100% believe Dancer becomes better than Blue Mage. Sprint as a cooldown increases your movement speed by a lot. I think it is either exactly the same as or a little bit better or worse. Yeah, sorry, a little bit worse than Basic Instinct. That was such a waste of time. But like using sprint off a cooldown might seem like the best idea, but using it optimally can often save you more time than simply spamming it off of cooldown. And the most optimal time to use it is when you are about to run up onto enemies. Because if you use sprint while in combat, the duration is halved from 20 seconds to 10 seconds. So by using sprint at optimal times, like when you're about to get into a fight with somebody, you can maintain your high speed that you get from sprint. And, you know, unlike with Peloton, which the speed buff is gone the moment you enter combat, you can keep that sprint throughout like all of that combat time at a full 20-second duration, which is extremely good, to put it bluntly. Yeah, he's not in range. Yeah. Which way is this guy facing? Don't move. Thank you. God. It's so funny how much time I can save on this dungeon just by not having to spend time waiting for a new ad to spawn to pull that guy down. It's so funny how much time I've lost to that over the years. Oh, and over the years, I mean over the like month or two that I've been doing the speedrun. I do absolutely love that I'm in like the perfect position for that though. Nope. None of that for you, bud. Hey, there's a gold. Always good to see. Always good to see a gold, straight up. Alrighty. 2 minutes and 41 ahead. Alright, let's not screw this up continuously. Straight up. It would be nice if I could just, like, not screw this up. So the main thing here is I'm saving sprint specifically just before these guys would aggro to me. Try and maximize the time where it'd be the most effective. I want to use all the sprint time to kill what I can, where I can. Do that to aggro these guys ahead of time so they get closer to me. Because I can bring them over here. Kill all of them at once, well, hopefully kill all of them at once, so that I can peloton through this area to the first boss with little to no issue. Don't think tap stack is really needed, but here we are. Yeah, man. It feels good. It feels good to constantly see improvement, for sure. Because there's a lot of times when... you know, you very much hit your peak for the game that you're in super quickly, and you enter the hard grind phase, like, way sooner than you'd really like, and... I'm glad that, like, 14 has taken a little bit to get to that point. Yo up, dude. Let me in. I'm about to beat this motherfucker up. One hit. I love it when even standard step can one hit that guy. Tech step is just a guaranteed, like, kill for a lot of the times. Like, but still being able to direct hit crit an enemy and just absolutely destroy them is a great feeling. One-shotting bosses is so fucking good. Such a good feeling. Maximize the time you spend in your speed boosts. What could I do here? And then do this. And if one lives. Thankfully it didn't live. I think I auto-attacked that one down, which is really good. Auto-attack is an underappreciated part of this that I wish I was better at manipulating. I have to wait for the right time here, because for some reason both of these guys aren't vulnerable at the exact same time. Nice, another gold. It's really good to see, man. I keep golding these things as I get better and better at doing this whole ordeal. That, and I am getting more gear over time, so I'm naturally doing more damage to the instances before, where maybe I wouldn't one-shot something. I'm now, like, one-shotting consistently, which is really good. Having, like, the best weapon in the game right now for Dancer also really helps. Straight up. It was kind of a wasted sprint, but here we are. Might as well wait and make the best of it. Why are you so far away, my guy? Man, I don't like that. I really don't like when, like, there's no enemies on the enemy list. Or the enemy list. Like, there's no reason I should be getting hit by that, but here we are. Still getting hit by it. No, dude. Okay, that was a bit slow. In general, I wouldn't be surprised if I lost time this dungeon. Just because that second section felt kind of slow, and I did misuse my first sprint. To the point where I didn't even use the second sprint at all. So yeah, I would not be surprised if I lost time. This is a really bad time to sprint comparatively, but there isn't really a good time to sprint here at all, to be honest. Not gonna have tech step for this. That's fine. We'll just Devilman on this and hopefully kill it quick, I guess. Yeah, already losing time. Unoptimal. Not really great, but 7 seconds lost is nothing in the grand scheme of things. You can lose way more for way dumber shit. Being able to finish this 3 minutes ahead, though, would be great. And I am definitely on the sub 3 hour pace. That's the main goal. I want sub 3 hours at the end of the day. I will be happy with a sub 3 hour run. Alright, so the main thing about Hullbreaker Isle, the level I'm on right now, there's these bear traps on the ground. You want to do basically your best to avoid these, because if you get near one, sometimes like nowhere's near one, but it's still like kind of registers you near it, you will get sucked into it and stunned. And getting sucked into it and stunned means that you lose time, because you can't move at all. Alright, you stupid monkey. Come here, Benny. I got something for you. It's called death. I hope you enjoy it. Really hate when Peloton just doesn't go on cooldown, or doesn't go off despite everything being dead. I know that, like, it's just best to wait, but man, it doesn't feel good at all. Bad RNG. Okay, so that's the middle of the road RNG. The best RNG is this guy here is a treasure chest. Sorry, is a mimic treasure chest, and that guy has the stone pedestal, or the stone tablet rather. That's like the best. That's like the best RNG. I got like middle of the road RNG, where it was the second guy that was a mimic. And he also had the stone tablet in him. Alright, this is great RNG here. I got both of the stone tablets in the same location. Getting both the stone tablets here means that I can completely ignore the rest of them and save a little bit of time. The best RNG is getting it in the first 2 chests, but that's still really good RNG. Best case scenario here, I could avoid combat, but doesn't look like it's going to happen, unfortunately. That's okay, though. At least he didn't go straight underground. That would have been rude as hell if he went straight underground. There isn't a great time to sprint at the end here, so I'm just going to do it right away. I also don't have another En Avant stack, because there's something about En Avant, like most dashes in this game. Dashes don't go through falling animations, so... like, if you dash off of a cliff, basically, you will, like, literally just immediately teleport to the bottom of that cliff with En Avant. It looks very funny. It definitely does. Now, the reason I use that standard step is because this boss is an auto-scroller. Like, even in the absolute best case scenario for this boss, I am like 100% just gonna lose time to just the way it functions. So the game normally intends for you to kill all these Kraken arms, and then the 2 tentacles will spawn. But the thing is, the tentacles spawn on a timer, basically. Like, it doesn't matter how fast you kill the Kraken arms. The tentacle will appear at the same time every time, no matter what. So, realistically speaking, there is literally no reason for me to, like... there is realistically no reason for me to use any of my cooldowns, because I could do this first section really badly, and the tentacle would still spawn at the same time every time. More or less, I'm just waiting to use my burst abilities when it's up. So I can one-shot it there. And the next one comes up, one-shot it again. And get out of there with a gold. Alright, cool. Alright, so next up after this is Stone Vigil, but first things first is Tantara Hard Mode. This is one of those ones where a good sprint will save you a shit ton of time over a bad sprint. Because there's a whole bunch of enemies that you're not going to be able to avoid aggroing going forward right out of the gate. And many locations where a good sprint will allow you to just, like, sprint through the entirety of the enemies and get to where you need to go super optimally compared to just, like, trying to work out Peloton spam. It's still the best to try and kill these things, more or less. Because once they aggro to you, you still want to be able to Peloton eventually. You want to still be able to Peloton eventually so that, like, you can get somewhat of a speed boost through this area. Didn't die in one hit, but that's fine. Probably can tech step that boss. I don't remember if I can or not, but it's fine. To do that, so make sure those guys were dead going forward. No, I don't think a Saber Dance would be good right out of the gate. Just gonna hit this guy with an ability and see where the other guys line up. Because if they all line up like pretty quickly to each other, then yeah, a Saber Dance will kill most of them. Which is good. And then we can tech step or standard step this guy as well. And we will be pretty much on a good pace to clear this dungeon with some time save. And right out of the gate, we just sprint the moment we're done here, because it's a very short distance now between that boss and the next wall you have to get to. Like there's no more going forward from this point on. Don't know why I'm tech stepping here, but whatever. Standard stepping, I should say. Nice, one shot. Alright, 5-second gold. It's very good. Alright, next up is Stone Vigil Hard, and this is the dungeon that I came in and I initially figured out. Mostly K-Man. It was pretty much mostly him. But this is the one that we mostly figured out that would be better on Blue Mage, like right out of the gate. Because the second boss here is not immune to the Blue Mage spell Missile, which deals 50% of a target's HP, current HP. So we can use that 2 times and then use Phantom Flurry, whose damage over time effect is immune to the damage resistance on the second boss. So taking that into account, it basically becomes child's play to kill that boss in no time flat, which saves a shit ton of time. Okay, I was gonna say, that thing's gonna die, right? I didn't use it at the wrong time, right? Oh my goodness, no. Right, Mantra Magic is really not amazing. This is 800 potency under... It's 800 potency under Etherical Mimicry DPS, but otherwise it's like 400. Which is not bad potency, right? It's not terrible potency at all. But I needed to be able to one-shot things. Which, the 800 potency is way better for one-shotting things than the 400 potency is. Please. Hail Mal, let's go. Wait, I missed this guy? Fuck. Damn. I was like, let's go. I got the first wave down really quickly, and then I didn't actually. Check W. No point in me making a big deal out of these guys. Basically, here this works. We walk up to this guy, which will start the trigger for the boss. We'll kill these 2 guys here. We'll use Bristle. That doesn't actually matter. Bristle doesn't actually matter. But we'll do the Sure Cast so you don't get knocked back. Do this twice. Activate Phantom Flurry. And just kill the boss, and he's dead, just like that. That is a boss of a massive damage resistance that we just killed in like 5 seconds. That is, you have no idea how much time that saved over the original world record when Cayman and I started running this. It saved a lot of fucking time. How are you not dead? Get out of here. I don't think I gave you permission to not die. so I'm just gonna Mantra Magic this guy out of the gate. I'll spawn his little friend, hit them both at both ends, and they're dead. God damn! Look at that fucking time save. God damn. Like, holy fuck, how much of a gold was that? That was ridiculous. What the fuck? Saved like a goddamn minute on that. Holy moly, dude. I have to go back and know how much time I lost there, because I know I lost time in my PB to it because I screwed it up a little bit. But I need to know how much like of a gold that was, because that's the main thing that I'm wondering about. That's kind of a little bit pointless of a Peloton, but that's fine. Beauty. So we won't get sprint back until like just past this section here. So we're gonna hopefully one-shot both of these guys here. Get this guy. Perfect. And now we can sprint just at the right time, so we aggro these guys right after it. Still get the full 20-second duration. Everything will be great. It'll be awesome. I don't remember what's the trigger for this. I think it's like killing the ice sprites, but I didn't miss anything, did I? What's going on? I didn't miss anything. Okay. Yeah, the game's just being dumb, I guess. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure, now that I think about it, of the related triggers for that. Alright, so this boss, the Yeti, is basically impossible to one-shot. But that's because he... the fight design here had this boss have way more health than the average boss in A Realm Reborn. And that's because you were meant to do a mechanic with this guy, with that guy. You were meant to do a mechanic where you would build up these giant snowballs and then shoot them at him, which would do a large portion of his HP. So that's why it's basically impossible to one-shot him. You just can't deal the damage you needed, because you were already expected, like back when this was current content, as well as, you know, something you couldn't just unsync at level 80. You were expected to do most of the damage to him via these giant snowballs that you would shoot at him, and not, you know, just dealing regular damage. Man really lived at point 4. It's funny. Kinda dumb to do this. I just like wasted one of my bursts that I could have saved for it. Ah, well. This is a little bit slow. Oh yeah, it was very slow. I'm already... losing time. 14 seconds. Yeah, that checks out. Hey, MU, how you doing, dude? Alright, I'm still on sub 3 pace, so this is still really good. 14 seconds, like, in the grand scheme of things, considering that I just saved a minute and 14 seconds, like, in the previous split, that's fine. I'm fine with losing that. It just means that there's stuff that I need to remember how to optimize more effectively. Had a couple drinks in the afternoon and ended up passing out, so now you're awake. Well, good morning to you, bud. Or thought it was a little weird you were saying good morning, but that checks out. What do I need to do Snowcloak faster than that? Oh, right, never mind. I know, right. The whole thing with the wall not coming down. I was like, I thought that was pretty fast otherwise, but I completely had forgotten that the barrier just decided it did not want to come down for some reason. Alright. Hey, Madison, could you fuck off? Yeah, thanks, bud. Oi, get back here. You're not escaping me, you fucking wanker. Get your ass back here. I'ma beat you up. I'ma beat you up. Get your ass back here. Of course, he just disappears because they're too lazy to have him run the whole way, I guess. Alright, ya wanker. Bring your boys over here. I'll kick their ass too. Okay, well, I wasn't in range to do that, but it was still a bad decision to do that one anyway. Nice. Gold. Really good. Having a good time. Having a great time. Alright, so there are 4 more dungeons, I believe. There's Karn Hard, Keeper of the Lake, Amdapor Keep Hard, and Wanderer's Palace Hard. So 4 dungeons left, currently on 257 pace. Which is really good. The sub 3 is in the bag, baby. I gotta remember I need the sun sphere from this guy. I need to also remember to not use the last stack of en avant that I'm going to get from here. Just don't use it. You will save more time by holding onto it in this instance. The reason why is you can teleport straight down to this guy. You save time by not having to fall and being able to turn around immediately. It's great. Oh, you're still alive. I thought that was it and they were all done. And now with that, I can come on over here. Do enough damage to kill him right out of the gate. And we're good. I have definitely thought about how to optimize a lot of these places. My brain has been doing the thunkin', the chunkin', chankin'. Yeah, just let that one go with a, an auto attack, basically. Do I tech step this guy? I don't think I need to tech step him. I think I can just standard step this this guy. Okay. Apparently I did not, in fact, need to do Flourish. Well, that's good to know. Well, pop Sprint right away, since we're just gonna hopefully run straight through the boss and be done with it. Yeah, okay. We did just, in fact, kill it in one hit. So Flourish was just straight up not needed. I did waste Flourish. Kinda sucks, but it's okay. My precious. It's mine now, bitch. Boom, boom, ba da do, ba da da do, boom, boom, bum, bum, boom, ba da da do, ba da da do, ba da da do. Best use of sprint will be after this pedestal has been activated. There isn't really a great place to sprint at this point onward, so... I always forget that these things are like, you have to click on the name of the thing and you have to be standing in like a good spot for it. Otherwise it just... Like right there. I clicked it like 3 times in the same location, basically, but it just decided, nope, fuck you. Nice. Another gold. Alright. On to Keeper of the Lake. Often referred to as Caudle of the Lake, for some dumb reason. When is the best time to sprint here? The best time to sprint here is after you do standard step at that point, so you can maximize it. I guess, right. That guy isn't necessary to kill, it's just those 3 enemies there. So this boss is kind of annoying. You ultimately want to deal as much damage as you can to it right out of the gate. Because otherwise it will just like jump away like an asshole, like multiple times. And every time it jumps away, you lose time, so... Avoiding it jumping away as much as possible is kind of huge for that. This is the part of the dungeon that everybody hated, though, because this alarm would just go off 100% of the time. And everybody found it annoying as fuck. I just want to make sure that guy's dead. So we'll do this. Bring it over here. Bring it around town. Bring it around town. Wait, that was the last guy. I thought there was one more because I saw a name over there, but it was already dead. Whoopsie daisies. Oh well, that felt relatively fast overall. Okay, so this second boss is... It is one-shottable by standard step, but you basically have to direct hit crit. If you don't, it's like a waste. You basically like have to blow a cooldown if you want to have it dead by the time you reach the other side of the arena. Which sucks. You don't really want to blow your flourish cooldown otherwise. And that guy really wasn't in range. Unfortunate. Alright, to fuck up. I've got a sprint to use, my guy. Neat. Alright. Now the question is, can I get Midgar skip? Because there is a way to skip the second dragon spawning outright with this guy. I did it. Let's go. Fucking amazing, dude. Avoiding the second dragon spawning there is so fucking good. That's really, really good. Actually, what if the skip is related to HP thresholds? What if you have to push Midgar Sommer to 49% or below so that he spawns the second dragon and skips the trigger for the first one? That might actually be, that might be the case. I'm gonna have to look back on the previous PB where I got Midgar skip. Because if it's about HP thresholds, then that means it's like, you just have to, you might have to pray for a direct hit crit. I love one-shotting bosses, dude. Feels so good. Hopefully that de-aggroes. Okay, yeah, thank God. I would like to have avoided the prospect of that, the Sacred Standard just living through everything. Just because if the Sacred Standard lives and I don't de-aggro from it, then I can't use Peloton. Or I can't use a full duration sprint either. Yeah, why not? Why not use Saber Dance for that? Just because I can AoE them both down, get Peloton going through this area. Since I won't have sprints till the last leg, basically. I won't want to use sprint till the last leg, basically. That's what I more or less meant. Open up the door. It's time to fucking go to sleep here. Okay, that was kind of a wasted flourish, but here we are. This is the point where we sprint, though. This is like the longest straightaway left. And if I use standard step to kill these guys, then I don't have to open the next door. And we can continue the sprint completely unaffected. And we can start Devilment. So hopefully kick this guy's ass. Worked out. Nice, another gold. Now we're on to the last dungeon. And the bore hard. Alrighty. 256 pace if we match gold, or beat it. This would be almost a 5-minute gold. Almost 5 minutes. If I got a 15-second gold here, this would be a 5-minute PB. I don't think it's gonna be that way, but would be epic as fuck to beat my world record by 5 minutes. Yeah, this is one of those dungeons, though, where I don't want tech step to be on cooldown for the second boss. I do straight up, like, most of the time, I'll want to be using tech step on the first, so it's up for the third. And I can use it, like, more than once, but this dungeon is super important to make sure that you one-shot the second boss. Otherwise, you can lose a shit ton of time. So you just save tech step for the second one. Full duration sprint. Alright, let's do this. Almost there for a new PB world record. So the reason why it's important for that guy to die instantly is he can separate into two different entities, and he can go in untargetable. And the only way to make him vulnerable is to kill an ad, get a debuff, or get a buff from it, which will make him light up and be targetable. But if the two of them are not in the same location, then it'll just be impossible, basically. You have to, like, kill the ad twice in order to spawn both of them. Which is annoying as fuck, so it is basically just straight up the fastest possible way to deal with it, basically, is to just straight up tech step it. And that, like, more or less guarantees that it'll die. Speaking of guaranteeing it will die, I really, really hope... Yes! I skipped his fucking invuln phase. Boom! 30-second gold. Oh, the 5 minutes, 16-second PB world record. Oh my god. I forgot to activate Flourish beforehand. I want to Devilment, Standard Step, and then Fan Dance to him. And if I do that right... he should die. And I skip his invuln phase. Oh, let's go, dude. Ah, feels good. Feels fucking good. It's a good feeling. Alrighty. Perfect. Alright. Awesome.